Every week, we put together a list of 5 new single-issue comic books that we're super excited about and think that you guys will love, either because of entertainment value or potential monetary value for your comic book collection. I'm Brandon, and it's time for the new Comic Book Day Top 5. Okay, so before we get into things, if you haven't already done so, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you enjoy our content, be sure to hit the bell, and if you could, leave a thumbs up and a comment on this video. We're giving away some really cool comic book prize packs, but we'll get into that a bit later. So without further ado, here is about 20 to 30 bucks worth of comic book goodness that you can indulge in this new Comic Book Day. Okay, so kicking things off this week at number 5, we have Superman number 18 from DC Comics. I think you guys could pretty much guess that this one was going to be on the list this week. It's been talked about a lot of anticipation behind this issue, both positive and negative. Superman's going to reveal his identity to the world, and I very much hope that it's going to be a case of addition rather than subtraction with regards to the story. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I know that there's been some strong opinions on either side of this argument, and all I know is that I'm extremely interested to read it. Both Paula and I are huge fans of Ivan Reis's art. I'm saying Ivan Reis because he's Brazilian, so I'm assuming you would pronounce that with a Portuguese accent, but Ivan Reis, if you prefer. We're both big fans of his artwork, so both Paula and I have our own copies of this book this week. So at number 5, it's Superman number 18 from DC Comics. Okay, so in our number 4 spot, originally I actually had Spider-Man 2099. I do have a soft spot for Miguel O'Hara, and I actually really like the way that Nick Spencer has been writing him in the main Amazing Spider-Man book. But then I saw this 2020 variant for Miles Morales number 13, and I thought, ooh, I really want that. And look, everybody knows that I love this Miles book. Saladin Ahmed is killing it, and this story and its solicitation text is going to get every 80s kid in the world hyped, because it's kind of an homage to the Warriors. Miles and the Prowler, Uncle Aaron, have to make it 13 miles from Washington Heights to Brooklyn, and there's a price on the Prowler's head. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fast-paced issue. I got a chance to look at the solicitation today, and I am stoked to read this book. So in our number 4 spot, Usurping Spider-Man 2099 is that super hot 2020 variant of Miles Morales Spider-Man number 13 from Marvel Comics. Alright, so in our number 3 spot, it's an artist and writer pairing that I'm really interested in. It's Detective Comics number 1017, written by Tom Taylor, interiors by Fernando Blanco, and man, I really love the art and the fill-in issues that he did on Catwoman, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the interiors on this book. Beautiful cover by Tony S. Daniel as well in the book. Tom Taylor writing an in-continuity Batman book. It's always a cool thing. I love when I get to see Batman just Batmaning, and it seems as though this book is going to hit all those beats. Love a good winter stories. So as much as I love the main creative team on Detective Comics right now, I gotta give a shout out to this book and its fill-in team. So at number 3, it's Detective Comics number 1017 from DC Comics. You know, sometimes I feel really bad when I just keep putting Immortal Hulk on this list, but at number 2, it's Immortal Hulk number 28 from Marvel Comics. I've wanted this cover since it first showed up in previews a few months ago, so there's no way I'm passing on putting this one on my list. And looking at the preview today for this one, I gotta tell you, I think there's a little bit more to this story than just a simple Hulk story. It looks like the few pages of this book that we've seen so far show a father who's a little bit out of touch, maybe having trouble connecting with his daughter, and how that's going to all tie into the Roxxon Corporation and the Hulk's rebellion against society as we know it. Man, this book just keeps getting cooler and cooler. As you can see on your screen, Joe Bennett is not doing interior art on this issue, but I'm very excited all the same. So at number 2 on our list, it's Immortal Hulk number 28 from Marvel Comics. Alright, so what's going to be in our number 1 spot? It seems like forever since there's not been an X-Men book in our list. As I mentioned before, there's a couple of 2099 books dropping. There's that Dark Multiverse Judas Contract one-shot that I definitely want to take a look at this week. So what's it going to be? Well, this week there's only one thing that can be at number 1, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100
from IDW Publishing. You know, I'll be the first one to admit that when I started this run, I definitely had some hot takes. I didn't like the direction they initially took with Raph, but you know what? As we roll into the 100th issue, I can tell you that I've definitely changed my tune with regards to this book. You know, it's fun to have new Turtle stories from a new perspective, and to be honest, I think it was just something that the nostalgia in me was fighting for way too long. So now that I've gotten to really enjoying this Turtles run for what it is and meeting it on its own terms, I'm really excited to celebrate this milestone. It's an expensive book, but you know what? It's well worth it. They're promising even more game-changing moments, as it says right in the solicitation text, and I'm on board. Let's do it. So at number 1 on our list this week, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100 from IDW Publishing.
Let us know if you find something that you like on our list, and leave us your own reading suggestions in the comments below. We're giving away prizes at the 250 subscriber mark, and all you have to do to be entered to win is subscribe to our channel, then like and leave a comment on any of the videos on this channel. So that's it for this week. We'll see you again next week with another top 5 list, but until then, have a happy new comic book day.